Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to take a piece of audio and chop out a loop and have Logic determine the BPM and then eventually turn it into an app loop so I can use it in a project at any BPM that I want. So this would be using a record sample or something off of an MP3 or TV, radio, whatever. This is some of the basics of getting things to work inside Logic. So I've already got a loop, a piece of audio picked out here. A song called Rainmaker from the 70s. It's got this great drum break at the beginning.
First day in August.
So lots of great stuff to work with there. Okay, I'm just going to take this, drag it into the Logic session. It's going to create a new track, and off we go. Put this to the beginning. There's pickup notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, I'm just going to marquee out this last part here. That's the beat that I want to work with, and I'll get it close, and then I'm going to go and tweak things here. Command U will set my locators around this region, and I can take a listen. A little choppy. I've got something wrong here. I'm missing, a little bit there, so I want to pull that. That's the kick drum for the next bar. I don't want that. And I think I'm missing a little bit in the beginning too. Let's just make sure that we've got a good, there we go. Something like that. Zoom in even more. You can see I can get rid of that. And then on the back end, I got a little bit of a kick drum there. I'll pull that out. I'm gonna set my locators again and check this. 2, 3, 4. So that's working perfect now. I'll just put this at bar 2 for now. I'm going to use my help tags to get me at 2, 1, 1, 1. That's bar 2, beat 1, division 1, tick 1. And that's right on the money now. Command U will set my locators. So if I listen to this now at 120 BPM with the click on, we're going to hear that it's just not, it's definitely not 120 BPM. Okay, so we have to fix this. We have to have Logic figure out what the BPM is. Easy way to do that is to use these locators in the region length. So this is a 1 bar beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from 2 to 3 is a bar. So I'm going to reset my locators here. So the locators stretch just a bar. And then I'm going to go into an edit function in Logic. Under edit, tempo, adjust tempo using region length and locators. Logic says, do you want to change your project globally? Or just create a tempo change? I want a global change. And that snaps that region right between bars 2 and 3. Change my BPM to 84. Turn on my click. And that's perfect. I got a nice looping break, drum break here. But I can only use it at that BPM. I want to change this now into an app loop so I can change the BPM. Maybe it's slower, maybe faster. It's really straight ahead. All you do is just take your region and drag it over the app loop browser, and you get a dialog box like this. Of importance here is the type of app loop I'm going to create. I want a loop, not a one-shot, so I'll leave that checked. I don't need to worry about scale because drums aren't in any kind of scale. This is kind of a rock blues. I'll leave that. It's drums. It's clean, acoustic, grooving. And I'll just change this to Rainmaker break and say create. I want to point out that in this audio file, if you're looking here, this signifies a stereo audio file. It's not an Apple loop. I'm going to go find that loop here in the loop browser. I go under this tab here to My Loops. And here is the Rainmaker break. I've got a couple of them, as you can see here. I'll take this one. Drag that into my session. And now this has the Apple loop icon. It's perfect. I can get rid of this track. And whatever BPM now I change my session to, this loop is going to play along. So I can bounce this up to 95. And it clips right along. Same if I go backwards. 80. So this is a good example of just finding a drum break, in this case, stereo audio file, bringing it into Logic, creating your edit, and then using the edit tempo, adjust tempo using region length locators to get this to snap to Logic's grid. And then after that point, I dragged it into the loop browser, entered some metadata, and now I've got an Apple loop. We'll continue working with this in the next video. I'll show you some other cool things you can do. All right.